Alright, we're live. Ba, 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 ba. Do, 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 do. Alright. We're in the lovely Niall. Oh. There we go.
Oh, oh, oh.
Oh, well, look who it is.
Look who the cat dragged in.
Look what the cat drug onto the internet. Hold on. Let me just...
Isn't Neil Horan?
Neil Germs Hearn. Hold on, let me... Okay.
What
Ready?
Oh, she's got the Guinness.
I've got the Guinness and it's 9 a.m.
God almighty.
Cheers, darling.
Cheers, darling. Oh my God. What are you doing?
How the hell are you?
I'm good. It's 5 p.m. here. So it's 5 o'clock somewhere, Ash.
I know, that's why I planned this. So I feel much less guilty for drinking at this hour.
You're drinking my homebrew and I'm drinking probably one of yours.
I can't believe you don't have a Guinness. I told you like a week ago.
That's funny that I do have some in the fridge, but I am going for a few beers after this, and I don't fancy a night of Guinness. But if I have one, then I'll want a whole night. So I'm just going to wait. I'm going to have a few beers, keep it simple.
Just a little bit heavy. Yeah, it's tough to start this early, and then you just have to keep it up the rest of the day.
Have to keep it going.
Oh, I have a song. I have a session today.
I thought you were going to have a song. Okay, have you got any ideas for the session?
No.
They have sessions. You don't know what you're going to come out with. They're
all shit ideas. So, no, I think we're going to wrap up a few. We have like a lot of songs on the album that are like going on the album, but are far not done. Far not done.
Far not done.
They're for not done. So I have to finish them.
Is that it? All right.
That's the end of my story. How are you? How was your day?
Good. I've done nothing. I have write for a bit. I wrote that concept. The songwriting's not going well for me at the moment.
I heard you just say I cried for a bit. I was like, oh.
No, I tried. I think I said I tried. I wrote for a bit. I wrote that.
I've tried for a bit.
And then, yeah, so not much. Just looking out at gloomy London. We've had like ridiculous weather here for the last long time. And now all the storms are coming, you know.
That heartbreak weather.
I mean, you said it yourself. Oh.
What was the surprise with what you're wearing? I feel like you look fabulous and normal.
Exactly. No, I just thought it would bring some people to life.
Oh, you were fishing.
Yeah, I thought if I told a barefaced lie that would drag people to come watch, then
there is 90,000 people watching, so
but there's probably 10,000 more than we would have had if I didn't say, watch out what I'm gonna wear.
A bunch of people just thought you were gonna be shirtless. And I was like, no. Yeah, what the hell? What happened?
I was running drunk, and in these new like pedestrianized, they've got like you can drive down them, but they're also sometimes pedestrianized, and they look like they're made to be pedestrianized, not like a real tarmac street. So the curb looks the same as the actual drivable road, and there's like a small little curb. I'm about 6 pints deep, and Jason, my cousin, or Aldi, or one of them, and then just missed the curb completely and went over my ankle and basically snapped all the ligaments on the outside of my foot.
Ooh.
So I've got a real such ugly feet. I would show the world how bruised it is.
You have ugly feet?
Mm.
Oh, that's sad. I have very cute feet.
Yeah. What size are you?
6.5. Oh no. And my toenails are painted right. They're very cute feet. I have my father's feet, actually.
His dad has got cute feet.
He does. Oh, I'm so sorry. That sucks. That's
no.
super painful.
I have been through many an injury, so I don't take any sadness with it. I have to wear a boot for 2 weeks. I can't play golf, and that's pretty much it. I don't think I can drive for that, and that's it really. It's sore to touch. It's not sore to. I can't really move it either because it's stiff, but it's not like sore all the time. You know, it's like most of those injuries are just. It's just.
That's super frustrating. Well, and you can't play. Not being able to play golf is pretty unfortunate because isn't that sort of like what keeps you sane?
Yeah, exactly. I would like to be playing golf, but fuck it.
Fuck it. Well, I'm sorry. That sucks.
That's alright.
A bunch of
Huh?
What was that?
I was going to ask, how are you? What's going on?
Oh, I'm good. I was just gonna say that a bunch of your fans were asking me how you hurt your foot, and I'm like, fuck if I know. Just FaceTimed you right away and was like, how are you?
It literally only happened like 3 days ago. And it happened at night time, so I didn't go to the doctor until the next day to when I woke up and went. Yeah,
and you didn't call me.
I should have called you. What do I do?
What do I do?
See, what happened was, this is funny. I went to bed the minute we came in. We were going to have maybe a few drinks in the kitchen. And I was like, this doesn't feel like your normal ankle roll. You know what I mean? So I went in, lay in bed, and someone brought in like a bag of ice and put it on my leg. But then I fell asleep and I woke up in just a pool of water.
It's like you wet pants.
Oh God, this bed was soaking. Looked like I weed myself.
Yeah. Well,
it was very
how long does that take to heal? I don't even know. Probably like a month.
Next day, I tried to step out of the bed and it was excruciating. So I just went to got an X-ray. There was no broken bones, but the guy said that I'd ripped all because of the. He reckons that I ripped all or torn. Rip, not ripped is a bad one. Torn sounds better. His word was torn ATL, which is ligament just on the outside, just there, you know, like on that little bumpy bit.
On that bumpy bit.
On the bumpy bit.
That sucks.
What's going on with you in crazy, crazy, crazy America?
You know, it's not nearly as bad in the rest of America, except for where I live. Like, the heart of West Hollywood. It's weird, man. It feels like everything's pretty opened up in so much of the rest of the world. I mean, with like a lot of precaution and whatnot, but it's pretty weird out here. It's funny, you'll get yelled at on the street for wearing a mask, or you'll get yelled at for not wearing a mask.
What do you mean?
Like people, like, I don't know, Los Angeles just has everybody from every side of the spectrum when it comes to like politics and views on the whole thing. So you'll get yelled at if you don't have a mask that you're on around or something. You'll get yelled at, and they'll be like, "Put a mask on." And then if you are wearing a mask, they'll be like, "You loser, take your mask off." I know, it's really dumb.
It's like having CNN and Fox back and forth.
I know, and you can't. I mean, freaking yeah. It's interesting to navigate, but I think you made the right move staying in London.
Do you know what? For a while I was thinking, God, I'd love to go back. And now I don't. I'm glad I'm here. Because even Trump is making Boris look good right now.
Oh man, it's pretty tough.
No, it's crazy. Well, let's hope the people vote and deal with some of this shit.
Yeah, if well, I don't know how many of our 93,000 people watching are Americans, but if you're American and you're over 18, show up, please. Please show up. Young voters are always the ones who don't vote. So, yeah.
4 years. The last 4 years feels like the full 8 years. So he's had enough. He's had his time.
Yeah.
Go back running stuff.
Good try.
Good.
Good try, sir.
Run a mile.
What?
He wouldn't run a mile. Never mind a country.
Yeah, that's true.
The reason we're actually here.
What did you say?
What about the reason we're actually here?
Oh, the reason we're actually here. Look at my cute. I'm matching my notebook.
What? What's the red book about?
So my dirty little secrets. No, I journal every morning.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about how moral of the story with you has hit 20 million streams on Spotify, which actually I found out we're 50 million across all platforms.
Thank Jesus.
Yeah, that's a lot. And we're like crushing. Last week we started crushing at radio. So
But just that's the last you say of that. Just let the people
call every radio station.
Don't think it just yet.
Yeah, that's true. And find some wood to knock on. But no, I mean, it's really exciting. And I was, you're shaking your head at me.
You know what was huge was when Lewis's song started making moves. Before you go, I was like, songs are on the move. Moral is coming. Come on. Remember we had this chat last Thought about songs.
Oh.
Songs. Yeah, and songs.
Good. You know? It's like, I definitely didn't expect it to have this long of a life. So the fact that people are still finding it for the first time, like in the last week or so, is like insane to me. Yeah, it's really cool. Thanks for being a part of it.
Thanks for letting me be a part of a monster tune.
I have questions.
You've got questions in your diary of tricks.
My spell book. Well, well, I was thinking about the song, and obviously it's definitely one of the most, I would say, like vulnerable records currently.
100%.
Maybe out there. And I was thinking about, we never really had a conversation about where you came from on the song and like how you felt and like why you felt like you could sing on it and how it would relate to you. And so I have like well, first I have, how are you? Oh my gosh.
Don't tell me you wrote that down.
First off, how are you? How is your family? So how is your mom?
She's great.
Okay.
It's my grandmother's 90th birthday in 2 weeks. But I don't know if I'll make it home for it because of the whole quarantine-ness, which is a pain. Apart from that, all good. Yeah, everyone's fine. Just virus shit.
Okay, moving on. Savage. Family's great. Love that. Love that. What is something you've had to learn the hard way? Like, I was thinking it pertains to moral of the story, like relationships and love, and that song being like me having to learn the hard way. What is something you've had to learn the hard way?
Well, I think learning the hard way in terms of relationships is on different levels. You had to get, I haven't been divorced yet, but I have had to learn the hard way. You know what I mean? I think that's why I got the song. It came to me at a time when, yeah, literally the title was had me already, because I was like, hopefully it's about a relationship and here's the moral of the story. So that's why it stood out to me. The lyrics straight away, I was like, oh Jesus, it just makes sense to most, and that's why people are still finding it now. People are still going, who's that song? Who is Ash? Well, get used to it, because this lady's a long time.
Thanks, Niall.
Yeah.
That's very kind of you. I appreciate that.
I could have questions there. I don't know.
What'd you say?
I could have answered all of your questions there with that sentence, but maybe not.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Well, and then I don't know how much these pertain now to the song, but they were just like, as I was journaling, they were coming up, and I was like, maybe the universe, there's for a reason. So also, what are you the most proud of?
What am I most proud of in terms of what?
Just life, not career. Like, I mean, career could play into it, but like if I'm going to answer the question, I would say something like, I feel like regardless of everything that's happened in my life, I've tend to let it make me a better human. Mm-hmm. Like just like really work through it and find out how I can turn this into like making me be a more empathetic and accepting and loving human being. So
I think so. I would say something along those lines as well. Anything that you either think about it consciously, or you think about it or you just do it subconsciously, and then you look back and in hindsight you're like, actually, you know what? I learned a lot more from that than I thought I did, and maybe I am better because that happened. But like, I'm one of those people I wouldn't be thinking at, okay, that's what I need to do next time. Maybe you're different. I don't know, but she's like, but I think you would look back at stuff and go, geez, that I'm definitely a lot better at that now than I was, probably because I did it.
I think you're probably right. It's probably subconscious more than it is like next time.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You don't like, some people are like that, and fair enough. That's the way they work. But I would say of a easygoing version. I'm generally quite easygoing anyway. I would say, I mean, this is literally the least humble thing you could say, but I think that I've remained pretty humble throughout.
I did not mean to laugh. I just, because of what you said before. I would totally agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that you, I mean, I'm still meeting a lot of people, but I know more than the average human. I've met a lot of people with some sort of level of success or celebrity. That's a weird thing to say as well. Dig my hole. But I feel like out of all those people, you've always, you've continued to sort of surprise me in how humble you've remained. And you do seem like you're just you, sort of unapologetically. Yeah,
I mean, the thing is, what was the line that I always used to use? Or what was it? It's well, it's not so much of a line. It's something I always think. It's like, have I changed or has everyone else changed around me? Like, in the world, not my group. Like, I'm talking about just like people now, because society tells you that that person that you see on TV is of a different ilk. somehow that's changed me, even though that's their perception, if you know what I mean. Like, it's kind of it's such a weird thing. Like, yeah, I don't really know how to describe it. It's just like, maybe everyone else just sees me differently, even though I'm not that, like, different to them.
I mean, absolutely. I think even just in the last, you know, moral of the story, the first version I put out really started to have like its moment in February of this year. And, you know, I had gone on my first headline tour before all this, but I was playing 250 to like 500 cap rooms, you know. What was that?
For the first and last time.
For the first and last time. Yeah, probably. And I mean, I was paying my rent off my job, but my life looks very different now. And I do think that there's a world in where other people are looking at me going, you know, maybe she's changed or blah, blah, blah. But I feel, I agree with you anyways. I feel like this is sort of a random.
I know. Because like that, they don't know that you've changed. They just decided that you have.
Yeah. They've just decided that you're now more important than you were before.
None of your doing. It's
very strange.
It's such a weird fucking thing. Anyway, still, one thing that I still haven't been able to get my head around 10 years later is like how that works. And I think that's why this conversation's lasted 10 minutes, because it could go on forever.
Well, clearly we don't know I mean, we don't have the answer to this like sort of conundrum. And I mean, you've been in it for what seems probably like 100 years and 10 years, and I've been in it for 8 months, you know, or I mean, I've been.
Welcome to the world of the changed.
Happy to be here. Are you going to sing for us?
Next question.
Okay. I only have a couple.
I'm going to play along in the background.
Wait, you didn't say... Oh, okay. So what you're most proud of is that you feel like you've remained humble.
Yeah, like I don't chase after the madness. The madness follows.
Okay. I love that. Okay, my other question, which I don't know why even I wrote this one down, but it is interesting. What is a relationship deal breaker? It can be more serious or less serious. You choose.
Relationship deal breaker. I have to like have someone that's kind of easygoing. Oh, if you get with someone that are quite jumped up and everything's an issue, like where we're going for dinner, it's like an argument. You know, like thing. Just by the way, where you go, oh, but it happens so much. Like I don't think we realize. Learn to deal with it, but why learn to deal with it? Just wait around for the right thing, I suppose.
Yeah, easygoing is probably the better. I would say, like any sort of, like putting you down. Like if someone puts me down as like a joke.
Oh,
like
really?
You know how some people, like there's really funny human beings, but they are funny because they make fun of other people.
Yeah, okay. Like, so like condescending to the other person's detriment.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Like,
okay.
like if I'm the joke and you're laughing at me, I'm not down.
Right, okay.
I get pretty upset about that.
Right.
I don't know. I've definitely dated a few of them, so.
Right, well then you've learned from somewhere. You're not just making.
Yeah, I've definitely learned. But that was a tough one because I feel like I'm like, you can't be that funny if you have to be funny at someone else's expense.
Exactly. No, there's nothing worse. Yeah, it's kind of bully tactic.
Yeah, but in like a weird, they're like, I love you, but also.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what the silences are because we're trying to come up with an example, but it's one of those things that you have to be there.
I know. I'm trying to think. Yeah, have you ever dated someone like that? You don't have to say.
I'm sure I have, but I'm kind of one of those people that I don't mind being broke because I know I'll come back stronger.
Ooh. I have to learn from you, Niall. That's so good.
For me, I'm just saying, like, I don't, that, because those types of people, they end up slowly moving out of your life anyway, without even realizing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I didn't write this question down, but I was gonna ask, do you keep your circle fairly small? I don't know if we've talked about that before.
I think we have, like, outside of, yeah, it's very small. It's like, I'd say there's 10 of us in it, maybe.
10 is actually decent.
Yeah, because there's nothing worse than when someone goes, oh, you know, when they just, every time you speak to them, it's like, oh, my friend did this and my friend did that. Let's be honest, you don't have that many fucking friends.
Yeah.
Like, I have a small group that I could literally not say a bad word about, you know, like one of those, there's no one in the group that I could go, to tell you what, I wish we weren't friends with that person. Because those people that were around, they slowly kind of get moved. They just kind of move along without you even realizing.
Yeah, you slowly sort of like, they either like sort of, the universe sort of filters them out slowly, or you just are like, I'm not going to talk to you anymore.
Yeah, like, yeah, but it all happens naturally. I would never go, you're an arsehole, unless you've clearly been an arsehole. But I just kind of like, just let it happen, let it happen.
Yeah, but because us, yeah, because I have something to say. Yeah, because shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. I got so excited about saying something.
It's just got really warm in this room because of all the laughing that's going on. So I've just turned on a fan.
I've made you hot. I'm trying to figure out what I was going to say because it felt so genius and now it's gone. Well, that's that.
Oh, no, this thing turned on. Oh, that's number 9. That's number 8. Look at this fancy schmancy thing, look.
Is yours gone?
Yes, I'm going to get another one now.
Okay.
I was actually just thinking that.
Okay, hold please.
Hold fire. We've got 85,000 people, by the way. We've done well. We must be solving all of the world's problems.
I feel like we had max 80,000 last time.
Yeah, no, we had 90. To be fair, we've only lost like 7,000, 6.5. Yeah. Oh, it's going back up as we speak. It's like, you know, when you start thinking about your heart rate, it goes up.
No, you're like, we're pushing energy towards it. Hold on, I'm getting another one. Sweetheart, would you open this for me? Yeah. Where is my... Oh, the opener.
The opening spoon.
Yeah. Would you like to say hi to the world? And to Niall James Horan?
I'll say hi as the bartender.
Bartender. Well, Niall's not even here. We're going to really lose people in a sec if we don't show our faces. Everyone, this is my boyfriend, Spencer. Pop your head in.
Hey, guys.
He opens my beer because we lost our bottle opener, and I don't know how to do the trick with the back of a spoon.
It's like this way. I'm wearing this ring, and do the thing. You can like do that. Well, these are twisties, but if that was on there, I stick it underneath and just use it as a bottle opener.
Wow. My last Guinness didn't have very much foam on it.
No, you're right. Because you poured it wrong.
No, I poured it right the first time. Hey, that's better.
If you're pouring out of a can, just turn the can upside down and pour it in. The bottle, actually, to be fair, it's not bad. That's quite, yeah, but how much foam do you think there should be? There shouldn't be any more than that.
Like that?
You need to follow this thing on Instagram called Shit London Guinness. And it just shows you all the terrible shit pints that are served.
Mind you, last time I just drank one and I was like, all right, it's 9 a.m. I should just, one's probably good. We're half an hour in and I'm like, oh,
You had to do interviews the last time, if I remember correctly.
Sure did. Well, you had some sort of meeting.
I did. Yes, I did.
Also, your meeting was with Amanda Sammy, who I know is here somewhere watching, and I feel like we definitely owe her a shout out because without her, we would not know each other and you would not be on Moral of the Story. And so, Amanda, if you're watching, I don't know where you are, but I love you and thanks.
She's in there. She said she's wearing her t-shirt. Her Ashe and Niall Moral of the Story t-shirt.
Yeah, that's pretty cute. That's what I thought you were going to wear. And I was like, oh, funny.
I can get it if you want.
No. I actually didn't know. I didn't know if you had gotten it or not.
Oh, yeah, I've got that one and the song for the new one. Or the song for the new one. Cool.
But we're not to plug. Oh, Budweiser. Niall plus Budweiser equals heart.
Who said that? Budweiser.
Budweiser. Sorry, Budweiser. I'm not drinking Budweiser. Are you drinking a Budweiser?
Beer war in a second. All the Instagram accounts will be on fighting with each other. More questions from your book of tricks.
From my spell book. What? Oh, I did. Hold on. I didn't write it down, but I had it.
Oh, an idea. When you're finished yours, I've got this box of cards. It's a game called Icebreaker.
Oh. Okay. Well, I think mine was I think it was another one like something to do with like what you because Moral of the Story is a song about making a mistake and then going, well, all right, I'm better for it. And I've learned from it and all the rest. So like sort of along the lines of the same question of like, what is something you've had to learn the hard way? What's a mistake that you've made that's made you better? But then that's kind of like a specific question, so you also don't have to answer that. But if you feel comfortable.
I don't know. I don't know.
I've made no mistakes.
Yeah, I'm basically. No, I would say like musically, I've made some horrific mistakes that I don't know if I've corrected them, but it definitely has made me go, "Ooh, won't be doing that again."
Can you elaborate?
I mean, there's absolutely songs that I've written before, or songs that have been like released, or songs that I've just gone, "What the fuck did you do that for?"
You know, feel like it was from like outside pressure, like other people being like, "This song is amazing, you have to put this out."
No, not so much. Just like maybe I thought it was better than it was when I wrote it, or yeah, stuff like that. And then you look back after 6 months and you're like, well, that was a big pile of shite.
Do you ever feel that way with stuff you're writing now, or like working on my album right now, I have like a couple of songs that I'm like, this is so good, but because I know that I've felt that way before and then I put the song out, I'm like, oh, it was okay. Like, do you get that fear still?
Tell you what I've learned from this time was like feeling that I had about a song is not necessarily the feeling that everyone else had about it. That's what I have learned, because there's songs that I absolutely adore that I've written, that I think are some of the best stuff I've ever written, but It didn't come to fruition. You know what I mean?
Would you put Dear Patience in that category? Because I would.
Yeah. I would, to be frank.
I think that's a genius record that should be #1 in all places.
In all places. All platforms, all streaming platforms. No, I mean, you could very easily start to sound bitter the longer this conversation goes on.
No, I mean, I get where you're coming from, but I think that it's more of just like a human place. Like,
yeah.
Fuck, I pour everything I've got into music, which is most of what I've got, and yeah, I think we're human. I think it can be disappointing, or it can be like, or surprising. You know, you put out a record that you're like, I love this record, but I didn't know it was going to be like, moral of the story. I've always loved this record, but never, I did not go, this is going to be a top 40 radio record. I did not go.
Never do.
No. And usually when you do, and you think it is, you're wrong.
That happens so many times. You're like, oh, absolutely nailed that. And when you're there and like, you're like, fuck.
Except for Slow Hands. I feel like the day you finished Slow Hands, you were like, that's a hit.
I didn't like it. Like, I liked it, but I didn't have like because I also wrote like, I wrote another song that day or that week, another couple of songs that week that I preferred. And then spent with it, and you're like, and to be fair, that's what the public ended up, because it took like 19 weeks to get to #1. So it was grower, not sure.
That song, listen, was all over the radio. Yeah. I mean, I could not get away from that song. As hard as I tried.
On to the next one.
All right, I'm out of questions, so
I'm gonna grab a thing.
All right.
Let's hope for the best. Who's someone you really admire?
Niall Horan. Okay. Well, old people already know this. Carole King. Living. I feel like this is a hairy one, because once you pick one, I don't know. I would say Billie, because I think she's a genius. Oh, and I admire her for doing exactly what she wants and gives no fucks what anybody else wants. Just no fucks. And probably Lewis, because the songwriting, which I get to write with him soon.
Oh, you writing with him?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know if he knows that.
I'll ask him.
But it's in my calendar.
Where are you writing? On Zoom?
Yeah. With I think Finn. I don't know. We'll see.
I loved the Zoom thing for about 3 weeks, and then I was like, oh.
I know I'm a little bit iffy about it, because I've been doing like outdoor sessions. Like, we just sit outside and like be in a little like crew, and it's really cute. Oh, you know who I started talking to? Niall. Tobias, Jesso Jr.
Told you.
He sent me a brilliant song idea, and I was like, whoa, you are very talented.
Basically is, I'll sing a melody and some sort of half-assed piano thing, and I'll just send the voice note straight to Tobias and just be like, do what you want. Because he's got such a knack for hearing something and just going, taking it to another level. He's such a genius. He also just had a baby. I know. That's why we can't write in person yet. Yeah, he just had a baby like 10 days ago, maybe. Yeah, so that's supposed to happen. But I thought you would appreciate that, because I know we talked about him not that long ago. Tobias Jesso Jr. What? Who do you admire?
other than I
like anyone that's had longevity. So any of those that we always talk about.
You mean like a career in music longevity?
Yeah, like this 60-year ones that we, you know, like the ones that we always talk about, like the Don Henleys and the Carole Kings and the Stevie Nicks and the blah blah.
I get so excited. I also feel like half these people may not know. Well, I don't want to insult their intelligence, but not a lot of the young generation knows who these people are. Or like when people are like, "Who is Brian Wilson?" and I'll be like,
"Please,
let me tell you." Do you have any admirations for people in your peer space?
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, Billy would be one for sure. Anyone that doesn't. I love like Taylor. I love how she's just. Yeah, how she just. Yeah, she's just a genius. I don't know. She's
crushing it.
Some of the ever she's written. Well, love Ed. I think Ed will go down as the greatest songwriter of our generation. Generations too. I think he's the kind of fellow we'd be talking about in the Carole King. Same with Taylor, to be fair, in that Carole King, Don Henley world. I know there's a different type of song, it's a different type of era, different type of writing, but in terms of just absolutely dominating an industry for 10 years. And will.
Yeah, well, and the ability to, I think Adele does a really great job of this as well, is the ability to sort of like stamp their musical thing, be like, here I am, and no one can miss it, and then peace out for as long as they so desire, and then come back in and be like, hello.
Exactly. It's that top 2% that can just do that, like The Weeknd, Ariana, Coldplay, Ed, Adele. Like there's a small crew there, Bieber.
Yeah, and I have a question then into that. What do you think, you know, sets them apart from, you know, sort of everyone else in being able to do that?
Gosh, good question. The answer is I don't know.
You're like, if I freaking knew, I'd be doing it.
I would be in that percent, I suppose.
I would count you there.
I don't know. There's just like just have something, you can smell it off them when you meet them. They just have that just touch of class. I don't know. It's hard. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I'm trying to think if I mean, I clearly, I feel like I clearly don't know because I'm very much at the beginning of all of this for me, but I feel like there's definitely a level of integrity and sort of like, I just do what I do and I'm not trying to, like, yeah. I think sometimes artists make the mistake of trying to be relevant or pandering to what they think their audience would want.
Yeah.
But continuing to just put out music that they are like, no, this is just sort of what I love. And I'm really hoping that everyone else will love it too. But I have no idea if they will or not. I don't know. I could be totally off base in that answer.
Oh, no, right. Yeah, no, 100%. And also there is like, I mean, for any of us that have had like a moment in the sun, I feel like there's definitely a touch of being at the right place at the right time, being like saying that. Like I don't sit down and overthink a melody. Like sometimes I just like, if I hear something, I go, oh, record that, you know, and then just maybe see that voice not there, that's the one. You know, like there is a touch of that. It's just like people are just have a more natural knack of it.
Oh, I think it's magic.
There you go.
My spell book, I think.
Yeah. feel like I'm in, what's the name of that movie, Hocus Pocus?
Can I please be Bette Midler?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, Bette Midler, I know you're not watching, but if you see this, I love you. Wow. Well, do you have any more cards?
Yeah, I can pull another one up.
Maybe one more, and then we'll let these lovely people go.
Yeah, it's random shit here. There's a lot. It's kind of one of those like when you've just met someone type games.
Oh, yeah, pick a good one. People are asking us to sing, but the thing is we can't sing at the same time because it's like not at this. It will be so shit. So.
But we also just recorded a performance that will be coming out at some point. So then you'll get to see us sing together.
Oh, yeah. But I still feel like it will be better when we're in the room. We have to be in the room together.
Jeez, I can't wait to go for a pint. We'll have a great laugh.
It's going to be very funny.
Like, what's your favorite board game? No. They're all a bit naff. I'm not going to lie. You just have a little snooze there and then you pick up something good. Pleasure.
I can't believe there's still.
What?
What'd you say?
What's your guilty pleasure?
I don't know. Wait, give me a sec. Do you have one off the top of your head?
No. You know what my least favorite thing about when you say to someone, what's your guilty pleasure? Oh, like, you know, you hear guys going, Taylor Swift, and you're like, how is that a guilty pleasure?
Yeah, the problem with answering this question is whatever you say is insulting to whoever you're talking about or whatever you're talking about. I don't know.
What's my guilty pleasure?
That's a great song, by the way. Is that Noah Cyrus?
Oh, yeah, I keep playing it. It just reminds me of Dylan.
Oh, so good.
Tune. Anyway.
I used to answer this question with Keith Urban.
Urban, guitar player,
but Keith Urban is a genius. I mean, he really is. And talk about someone who's stood the test of time. He's just camping out, making his way.
I mean, the guy had to move from Australia to the other end of the world to make a country music career, effectively. So he hasn't done too bad, really, has he?
No, and I mean, I know almost every lyric to like his first couple albums. Yeah, I really love Keith Urban. But I would no longer answer that's my guilty pleasure because I think that a guilty pleasure question pertains to people who have any sort of amount of shame.
Exactly. It's actually a stupid question because there's a reason why I like it. You know, like I was talking about the other day. So it's like the 10th year of Katy Perry Teenage Dream. And I was thinking about my favorite song on that album, all 7 number ones or whatever. My favorite song on it is Last Friday Night. Da, 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 da. And my reason for that I like it is of how many hooks are in it. I've never heard like ba da 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 do it all again. T-G-I. Every section has got like what the fuck?
That's very true. What song was hold on, let me look it up. I was listening to a song again, like that was like a big hit in like the early 2000s that I was like, wow, this entire song is a hook. Hold on, I'm gonna look.
Early 2000s.
Oh, I have to turn my Wi-Fi on. Oh, I hope this doesn't screw us up. I'm gonna find out. It's that, oh shoot. Oh shoot. It's like new radicals. Yeah. Come on. Do you remember that song?
Just like go on Spotify and like listen to like a 90s hits playlist or like early 2000s. Just like fuck, like Alanis Morissette, New Radicals, The Strokes.
I feel like 90% of the people watching were born in the 2000s. So
you millennial. Oh.
Wait, you're a millennial.
I know, I'm joking. Us.
It's like, Niall, I think you're... No, it's Gen Z, I think. I don't know. Anyways, Niall Horan. Do you want to sing something before we go?
Alright, I've got an out-of-tune guitar in my hand. Yeah. What are you doing for today? More drinking?
I don't know. I have nothing to play. What a tease.
They were, as Charlie Puth would say, very expensive chords.
I only use expensive chords.
Well, give us a few more expensive ones.
Okay. Okay.
Ooh.
No! Hold on.
Again.
I feel like you needed to go to the 5. Da da da. Back.
That was like the start of Ordinary People by John Legend.
Oh, was it? No. Alright,
No, I like it. Everyone loves it.
Are our followers going up?
Have a little bit. No, that was very nice. People actually really like talent.
Well, I feel like I wish we could actually. It would be really cool to actually play together, but it's so out of time. You could teach me how to play the Noah Cyrus song. I don't know how to play that.
It's just A minor. C.
F.
F.
Keep going.
No, no. That piano sounds.
What?
That piano is sick.
Isn't it sick?
How long? Where did you get that bad boy?
The Kennedys. I know it sounds like a real flex, but my neighbor, I live in these really cute bungalows, and my neighbor, Max, is friends with the Kennedys, and they were getting rid of this piano, and they were going to just give it away, and he's like, can I give it to my neighbor? She's a musician. Isn't that cool?
Fucking hell, don't tell too many people about that.
Don't tell too many people?
If I were you. And also don't tell people your address.
Well, I'm not going to tell them my address. Jesus.
Jesus, I tell you what, my piano is a lovely, new, like, upright Yamaha, beautiful thing. I've had it for a couple of years. And one day I was on a Zoom writing session with Jimmy Napes, who was kind of well known for like writing all the Sam Smith stuff. They won like an Oscar together for the James Bond thing, and yeah, all the big kind of Sam Smith tunes. He's kind of, I guess, most known for, but has had some other hits. A group of guys called TMS. So one of the guys in TMS, they did Someone You Loved with Lewis. So I'm writing to them one day, and my cousin who lives with me came over to the screen and asked me like what we were going to do for dinner. I was like, oh guys, this is to the Zoom, just guys, this is my cousin Willie, and without missing a beat, Willie goes, lads, nice to meet you, but you'll never believe this. See this piano here? Lady Gaga wrote Poker Face on this piano, and they're all their face. Just fucking pulled it. But everyone believed it. Everyone on the screen believed that Lady Gaga had written the whole of Poker Face, even though it's about 2 years old.
On the one you own?
Exactly. You've just believed it, and it's not even true.
Oh, I definitely. But I am the most gullible human.
And they were all sitting going, what? And it's absolutely a 2-year-old piano.
That's very funny. I would have totally believed you.
We keep running with it everywhere we go. Just like Willie will go to people we've just met. Willie will be like, deadly serious, there's a piano in our house and Lady Gaga. They're like, what? That is amazing that you've got that. I'm like, yeah, it is. It is, to be fair. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm super famous and super cool. Hold on, I'm trying to click on this.
But what a random song. It could have been yesterday. The Poker Face.
I love that he picked Poker Face. Hold on, sorry, I was looking at the questions if there's any good ones for us before we go. What are you doing the rest of the night, Niall?
I'm going to go and have some food in like half an hour, and then I'm going for a few beverages and try and break my other ankle.
Would not. I guess it is Friday. Are you going to get a little wild tonight there, Niall?
I am. Yeah. I'm going to give it a good go.
I am, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm not. It's really tough with the old virus situation, because everywhere you go, you have to book. It's not, you can't just like, we're going to go to this bar now, because the chances are there's no tables.
Oh, wow. Yeah, but you're Niall Horan.
If you live with about 20 million other people, fuck that. That doesn't make a difference.
I thought it would for sure make a difference. Wow. So, fame gets me nothing, is what you're saying.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to back out of this whole thing.
Yeah. Just beep, beep.
Shit. Oh, man. Okay, well, I love you. Thank you for hanging out. You're wonderful. Have a great night getting hammered.
At morning.
Oh, man. I know, I'm 2 for 2.
Oh my God. This is it. Now, was it like 10 a.m. did you say? Is that about
I'm
right?
also supposed to get a COVID test.
Yeah.
In like a little while, because I have a session today, and I want to make sure. And I mean, we'll be outside and far apart and masked and the rest of it still, but I'm supposed to go get the test, and I'm gonna show up just like, hello.
Hey.
No one thinks we're funny but us.
I know. I've been getting tested so much, honestly.
Really?
And also, my hands are really dry from hand sanitizer and washing them. Just
mine are still pretty.
As that sounds.
All right.
But yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations
Thank you.
for writing a banger.
20 million, baby.
Let's do another at 50 next week.
Okay. If you guys string this to 50 million next week, we'll go live again. I really do feel like I'm just hanging out for an hour with an old pal.
Right, well have a lovely day. And where's Spencer? Is he there?
Spencer's here. What's up, man?
Hello there, Spencer.
He's working. He's been just sitting there listening to us gab forever while he works.
Watching his girlfriend get drunk at 10 a.m.
It's gonna be a fun rest of the day.
It takes me a while. I'm not proud, but it takes me a lot of beers to do that. But it is 10 a.m. so
6 o'clock here, so there's 6 o'clock somewhere.
Okay, well, have a great rest of your evening, and thank you for hanging out.
Thanks for having me, and I'll see you at 50 next week.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.